We got the story from the Daily Mail. This broke yesterday. It's causing a lot of controversy. The story is that a contract leak showing that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift are going to have a fake breakup. It's a fake relationship. They're going to say they're looking for privacy at this time. But now their lawyers are claiming it's fake. It's not true. This is a real relationship, and nobody believes it. I do not believe for a second that Travis Kelce is actually in a real relationship with Taylor Swift. Just in my opinion. It seemed from the get-go like a fake PR relationship. However, I'll give Taylor Swift this. Taylor Swift is she gets attacked by conservatives a lot for being a Democrat, and they were accusing her of she's going to endorse a candidate and all that stuff. And I'm just saying, like, dude, stop making people your enemies. Okay, don't do that. Taylor Swift is a pop star. She's very popular. There's no reason to attack and insult her. If she makes an endorsement, your response should be critical. But you be polite criticism. Say, Taylor, we love you so much. You know, we hope you consider an argument and hear what we have to say. This idea of insulting and attacking regular people who endorse people, it's silly. But I think Taylor Swift's conservative. I do. I mean, isn't she from Nashville? I don't know where she's from. But there are a lot of pop stars. Or I'll put it this way. Taylor Swift is not doing WAP. She is... I don't know. Look, she's like regular run-of-the-mill pop star, and she's singing songs about having a family now and being in relationships. I think conservatives are trying to embrace this. And there was a period where a lot of people on the right were claiming that she was secretly alt-right or based or whatever, because she was Christian or something like that. And then I think because of that, she countered with some political messaging. Now I think she's mostly staying out of it. But I'm willing to bet that she's actually fairly conservative. I'll give her this. Why would she be in a real relationship with Travis Kelce? Why would this be real? Travis Kelce is a large, physically imposing, successful man, and she is in her 30s, probably wants to have kids. She is a girl boss who's powerful and the breadwinner and has money. She does not need a man who's going to make money for her. She'll be rich for the rest of her life, no matter what she does. She just wants now a specimen, as one would call it. So she finds a genetically right guy for her. I don't know. He's tall. He's physically capable. That's all she needs, right? So it does make sense. That being said, I think there's a greater likelihood the whole thing was a fake stunt, and this story is getting pretty big. Check it out. When Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce confirmed they were dating, the singer's fans were convinced she had found the one. In fact, it's a love story that actually could be a Hollywood movie. Pop star and the sportsman who fell in love as the world watched. But tonight, Mr. Kelce's reps were forced to deny that they have plans to split later this month after a document written on the headed paper of the U.S. PR company was spread online. The paperwork, which appears to have been created by Los Angeles-based firm Full Scope, reveals a strategy to make their split and says the date for an announcement is September 28th. It also outlines a supposed plan to release an official statement at the end of this month, 3 days post-breakup, to allow the initial media frenzy to settle and ensure clarity. It adds the announcement will be gracious, respectful, and stress mutual. Laying out what the statement would say, they write, example, Travis and Taylor have decided to part ways after careful consideration. They both value and respect each other's personal lives and appreciate your respect for privacy during this time. So here's the image, and it says Full Scope Public Relations, comprehensive media plan for Travis Kelce's public relations following breakup with Taylor Swift, confidentially noticed. This document is intended for internal use only and contains confidential information regarding the media strategy for Travis Kelce. It should not be shared with any external parties or unauthorized individuals. All details within this document are sensitive and designed to manage the public image of Travis Kelce effectively. Unauthorized distribution of or disclosure of this information is strictly prohibited. Key messages. Now this is interesting. How many pages? It says this is on Emily's desk right now. The alleged contract, which reads comprehensive media plan for Travis Kelce's public relations following breakup. You can see here media interviews, select interviews, sports outlets, ESPN, Sports Illustrated, The Atlantic, Lifestyle and Entertainment, Vanity Fair, GQ, People Magazine, latest news, major local TV stations and newspapers, talking points, focus on Kelce's recent sports achievements and future goals, emphasize his respect for Taylor Swift and the mutual decision to part ways, avoid discussing personal details about the relationship or breakup. Example, Travis is excited about the upcoming season and is working hard to bring his best to the field. Both Travis and Taylor respect each other and are focusing on their individual paths. This is crazy, it writes. Inside the alleged contract, it says blah, blah, blah. Okay, sure, whatever. So I'm wondering where this came from. It says the paperwork also states, focus on personal growth. They plan to send it to major media outlets with a press release to ensure broad coverage. However, tonight a spokesman for Fullscope insisted that they were entirely false and fabricated and were not created, issued, or authorized by his agency. The rep also said they have called in lawyers, though they are not expected to find the culprit. They said, we have engaged our legal team to initiate proceedings against the individuals or entities responsible for the unlawful and injurious forgery of documents. Not all fans believe the statement, which was first shared on Reddit. This is actually pretty fascinating, if you ask me, because I don't know how you sue over this. And my personal opinion is that it's a real document. Who took the time to make a multi-page document laying out a media strategy for the breakup and then posted pictures which appear to be from Instagram or TikTok, shared them on Reddit? The interesting thing about this, if someone did forge this, the person who posted this post wrote, this is on Emily's desk right now. Who's Emily? It doesn't look like it's a, what is this bar? I forgot. So is that Instagram or something? I think it's Instagram, right? And so I don't know how you sue someone over this. If someone made a gag document as a prank and put it on their friend's desk to freak them out and someone posts it, what are you going to do about it? No one accused anyone of anything. They just said, this is there. The person only responded with, yeah, it was a gag for, we were pulling a prank on our friend. Our friend thought it was a fake relationship, so we made this fake thing and gave it to him. That's it. We didn't realize someone was going to post it. It wasn't for distribution. They say, spokesperson insists it was fabricated. They say that we've engaged our legal team to initiate proceedings against the individuals or entities responsible for the unlawful and injurious forgery of documents. One follower on Reddit pointed out that it reads like a high school assignment, while another said it appeared to look like it had been created by a chat GPT. I don't agree with that. Meanwhile, a spokeswoman for Miss Swift didn't respond when asked if she wanted to comment on the split. Kelce is a rep at the U.S. Kelce is represented at the U.S. firm by Jack Kitosian and Pia Malihi. Mr. Kitosian has admitted to putting together showmances where celebrities are set up for publicity before. Featuring in an Australian podcast for Mamma Mia's The Quickly in 2019, Mr. Kitosian, they spelled it wrong, said the fake romances are generally put together if one has a firm or something to promote or distract from unappealing publicity like a project flop. He said at the time, it's to be able to sell the hype of it. Whether a concert, album, or getting people to go see a movie, it's all about the hype in the moment. Many people have pointed out in the past that Travis Kelce's the women he dates are not at all like Taylor Swift. She's not his type. Who is this? Is that Tom Hiddleston? Yeah, it is. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston pictured were accused of being a showmance to avert attention away from her breakup with Calvin Harris in 2016. Is this what she does? I'll tell you this. The rumor I heard among a bunch of people is that Taylor Swift is gay. I don't know that that's true, but I heard this like a long time ago that she has this, again, I don't know if this is true or not. This is just a rumor from somebody who is a big Swiftie that Taylor Swift is known to travel around with like one particular woman for this like period or something like this. I don't know. It's probably not true. You want to say the main clue would be if a high-profile male went on to date a not-so-high-profile female, and they became the most talked-about person overnight. Taylor Swift and Tom Hiddleston were accused of being a showmance. They dated briefly. After months of speculation, they went public, blah, blah, blah. I think this fits all the details of it being totally fake. Travis Kelce was not that big. He's famous, don't get me wrong, but Taylor Swift is a megastar. So you have Taylor Swift all of a sudden dating this guy, and the Super Bowl and the special romance, the hype, all of it fits perfectly with it being a fabrication, in my opinion. Some thought that it was going to be for political purposes, and this is why the story ends up being so big. Not that I care all that much about celebrity gossip, but this does get at the heart of how fake the media is. But more importantly, a lot of people thought what was going to happen was at the Super Bowl earlier this year, Kelce would propose to Taylor Swift, and then she would make an endorsement of the Democrats or say something to that effect. Or he'd propose, it'd be big news, and she'd be wearing a shirt or something like that. None of that manifested. None of it happened. Take a look at this from TMZ. Travis Kelce, yes, Taylor's drawing up plays. I call shenanigans on this. I just don't think I don't think the relationship was ever real. Travis Kelce says Taylor is drawing up plays for the Chiefs. They are trying to mix these markets. They are trying to get sports fans to pay attention to Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift fans to watch sports. I actually don't think it's a bad thing. And I think a lot of conservatives should embrace it. I'll tell you why. Taylor Swift was at the Super Bowl, and the big issue was people being like, it's fake, it's bad, she's going to endorse Democrats. Stop. Okay, I tell you this now. Daughters are going to be watching the Super Bowl with their dads. And you're going to have dads talking to their daughters. And the response from the dad should be to praise Taylor Swift, not attack Taylor Swift. Don't push your kids away. When your Swiftie daughter is like, I want to watch the Super Bowl with your dad because Taylor's going to be there. And you'd be like, yeah. And then most of it is the game. And he can explain that to his daughter. Let that be a bonding moment. I think it's a good thing. Travis Kelce's team speaks out over the breakup contract. They denied it. They said it was fake. This we know. We've engaged our legal team. Yeah, we get it. The paperwork included a template read, they're going to part ways. Nobody knows what's real anymore. Let me tell you this. September 4th, 2024. This is today. Taylor Swift boyfriend, Travis Kelce, and Jason Kelce signed a seemingly crazy $100 million podcast deal, but it also may be a good deal for Amazon. Amazon's Wondery podcast network paid $100 million for the Kelce's New Heights podcast. Who got the better deal? The Kelce's did. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. What's Travis Kelce's podcast? Let's look it up. They have a podcast. What's their podcast called? New Heights. They got 2 million followers. I'm going to pull this one up. Take a look at their numbers real quick.
You know what
I don't really care to listen to it. Let's see. Is this for real? Okay. 1 million views. 1 week ago. Let's see. The next full podcast is they have clips. They go up. The clips are all right. The clips get like a couple 100,000, sometimes 10,000 or so. Looks like most of these are just clips and not actual episodes. Here's another episode, 900,000 views. This show is moderately sized. It's pretty good. 2.44 million subscribers. The weird thing is subscribers don't really matter all that much these days because they don't translate to viewership in the way they used to. And some people have massive subscriber counts and low per episode view counts. I got to tell you, the amount of views that he's getting does not warrant a $100 million deal unless it's, what are we looking at? They get exclusive audio and video rights to all old and new content, as well as the right to ad sales. How long is the deal for? A 3-year deal. So it's 33.3 million per year, split between each of them. So they're getting just around, I don't know, $16 million a year each to do this show, just over $1 million a month to do this show. That's a crazy deal. That's an absolutely crazy deal to spend on a podcast. $100 million over 3 years for a show that gets around $1 million. I'm really surprised. Let me do one more thing. Let me check one more thing. Pull up one more metric. New Heights podcast. We'll take a look. And the 30th largest podcast in the U.S. I think they got an excellent deal on this one. But you know why they got an excellent deal on this one? Because Taylor Swift boyfriend. That's really it. That's the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. It was a great deal. I wonder how much, assuming the relationship was fake, it cost to do this PR stunt, because it made a lot of money for the NFL. It made a lot of money for Kelce. And I want you to imagine this. A PR firm comes to you and says, look, let's say you're in a band. You're in a moderately large band. You tour. The band sold a decent amount. You're not playing them. And they go, we've got a celebrity movie star. And we want to boost their ratings. We want to, there's concern over Taylor Swift. Let's say Taylor Swift. She's aging, not in a relationship. She needs something for PR purposes. We need this. They go to the NFL. It's going to be huge for you. We're going to get her name in every football game. It's going to be big news. It's great for her brand. It's already big. And guess what? She was doing the Eras tour. The more press, the better. You're this dude and you're like, wow, I'm going to make so much money. You're going to skyrocket in the press. I think it's all fake. Welcome to reality though, my friends. It ain't real. It ain't real. And it's kind of sad. It's kind of crazy. But I'm not surprised there are people who think that the CIA is funding podcasts or people are paid off. I'm not surprised there are leftists that claim that I get paid by rich billionaires. I mean, they're communists. They don't understand how to do hard work. But we live in a world where everything is fake. So I wouldn't be surprised. I do wonder myself, where does all that money come from for these big shows? Amazon, $100 million on this podcast. Wow. That's what happens when you're Taylor Swift's boyfriend. I got to tell you what. That's crazy. Isn't that deal comparable to like Joe Rogan's deal? Joe Rogan was getting 10 times the viewership. It's a crazy new world, my friend. Crazy new world. We'll wrap that up there. Next segment is coming up at 6 p.m. on this channel. We got it lined up for you. We're going to be talking about CNN. They really are desperate, aren't they? They rehired Brian Stelter, and everyone's shocked by this. Good job, Brian. That'll be at 6 o'clock. Thanks for hanging out. Smash the like button. Follow me on X at Timcast, and we will see you all in the next segment.